I'm going to use up this starter so it doesn't waste. The sourdough pancakes went over really well, and they store well in the fridge and can be used for bread later. So I'm going to start measuring to make the recipe. This recipe calls for 2 cups. I'm going to probably do about 4, or well, I'll see how much is here. This is the third. Oop, a little heavy on that one. There's 5 cups. Looks like a triple batch. There's 6 cups of starter. I need to wipe up, clean up. I need to reuse this ladle for making the pancakes. We'll get back to it. Alright, I've got the recipe. It calls for 2 cups of active starter. This is active. Fed it last night and again this morning a little bit. It wants a teaspoon of soda in a tablespoon of water to react with the lactic acid in the sourdough. I've got that right here. Just stirred that up. Probably need a squeegee. Yeah, I don't know why I always call them that. Rubber scraper to get this all out of here. Wants a tablespoon of sugar. There's 3. And then it wants 3 eggs. Those I've got to put in. Can I get yeah, here. You can help me put that. I'm heating the pan. I've still got to mix this. When I get the eggs in, I really hate this on my hands, but I hate wasting it. The question is, will I wait to wash my hands till after I mix it, or do it before? Before. Really don't like stuff on my hands. Okay, I'm gonna get a whisk. Oh, I'm gonna turn off the tablet. I brought it for the recipe. I put this PDF from University of Alaska Fairbanks sourdough on the tablet. I really need to print it out. I hate having to have electronics in the kitchen. Sorry for anybody that thinks it's necessary. I don't. And I'd much rather have the printed copy just because. Okay. Let's get this stirred up. Actually, I'm going to move the sourdough out of here, put it in the larger bowl so I can mix it better. We'll get back to it when I get that done. We have some serious bubbles going on here. The pan is hot. I'm going to start doing these. I'm going to do them a little well, okay. I just got told that I need to check to make sure the pan's hot. Pan's hot. I'm going to do these a little bigger than I did them before. Probably going to do 2 instead of 4. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I like the little ones.
Okay, Mom says she likes the little ones, so I guess I'm doing them. Just love remembering stuff after the, not the scraper, the turner. I'm
Can you put this on?
Why?
To put them in the oven?
I'm not going to put them in the oven. No, I'll put them in, but yeah, I guess I can do the keep warm, even though it goes to a...
I usually just do the oven to 175.
Well, that's what the keep warm's supposed to do. Making these pancakes, I'm not going to record the whole thing. Just talking to Mom about, we're going to put them in the oven on a platter. After the bubbles pop, that'll be when it's time to turn it. But yeah, these are definitely bubbling up good. They look to be about the right consistency. I don't think I need any more flour. I could to make them a little fluffier, but I don't really think it's necessary. Like last time it definitely was. My starter was a little too thin. But I'm going to make a bunch of pancakes. Just for the record, I'm a little bit old-fashioned, I guess. I prefer metal and glass over plastic in the kitchen. And I really, really, really prefer just a good old-fashioned pan that doesn't have a non-stick coating on it. Because if you've got a non-stick coating, that probably means you're planning to leave your pan and walk away. And when you're cooking, you've got to spend time cooking, not playing on your smartphone or your tablet or your laptop or your computer or watching TV. Cook. Doing it with the camera is actually somewhat of a pain for me. It gets in the way, makes it a little more difficult. I just mutilated that pancake, by the way, but that was just a thought I had while I was doing this, because I'm really not liking this, using this plastic bowl. But I gotta move the camera so I can open the door on the oven and put these away, or put these in the oven to keep warm. We'll get back to it. I've got enough batter left for about 4 more pancakes. The sourdough, they do have more holes because they're bubbling more. They taste amazing. I did notice something when I was in a rush to get these done. I forgot to get the salt put into the batter. It only calls for a half teaspoon for each recipe, and I've basically tripled it, so it would only be a teaspoon and a half overall for the recipe. But yeah, I've got a little more here. We've tasted them, and because of the soda in it, you don't really miss the salt in the recipe. But I do like the bubbles on the sourdough. These are just about ready to flip. They just get a beautiful color, and the flavor, texture, everything about them is awesome. Make it so the camera can see this better. I'm going to do the end of this. We're going to have a brunch. I'm going to put some of these away. I've got a cup of starter left. I think we're going to feed that. Mom wants me to do more bread because the one yesterday flopped.
It'll be good to eat.
Well, yeah, it'll taste all right, but it just dropped. But I'm going to feed that and see about getting a couple cups of starter so we can do that. And we'll be back. I've got a huge mess to clean up, but I'm doing the eggs just right here on the grill that I did the pancakes on. And that's brunch. Just got the kitchen cleaned up. Got this starter added, fed it a little bit so that we can make some bread because Mom wanted to. We're putting the pancakes away in the fridge because they actually don't stick together. They store really well. You don't need to put wax paper or anything between them. And Mom's also making some to go over to the neighbor lady. A plate full. But it looks like maybe doing bread again later. Well, I managed to just get the kitchen cleaned up. Still have a platter, a plate. I fed the sourdough a bowl. Fed the sourdough, have a whisk. Peanut butter. I like my hot cakes with peanut butter. That's empty. Coffee mug. This is a good one. I like it. But yeah, all this stuff after I just cleaned the kitchen, there's still stuff to wash. Oh wait, and a knife over here on the other counter. Oh, making bread again. Mom wanted it. I'm not going to measure the starter. I'm just going to use it. I think it might be a little over 2 cups. I'll just add more flour in as I need it. For now though, I'm just going to mix this up. Got the main ingredients all but the sourdough here. This salt is actually sea salt. Found it the other day at the dollar store for 2 pounds for $1. So I got it. I'm going to grab the sourdough. Now I'm going to mix it and then knead it.
Fasting high. So
I'm mixing this dough, and I think I'm going to just put it out on the counter again and mix it there. I've still got flour in the bottom of the bowl. Probably should have put the starter in first, but I didn't. But it's going to go in the bowl, out on the counter for now, and I'll work it there. Guess I probably ought to put some flour out. I don't know if Mom's having me do this because she actually wants the bread, or if she wants me to get rid of the starter. It's been sitting on her counter for a week, or, well, a few days at least. Just a somewhat of a footnote. Mom has these, well, a side note, I guess. Mom has these Rubbermaid containers, and they're really great, but she can never find them, so she keeps getting new ones. And the thing is her fridge is just full of them. Even the top shelf, there's some 4 of them hidden there. So we're going to try to do something with this. A few of these, 1, 2, I think 3, had the leftover, what we skimmed off some jam. So we're going to make some sweet something sometime soon. But that was just kind of a side note. That's in plans for the future. I'm going to mix this bread, try to get it all incorporated and looking like a dough instead of like just clumps like it does at the moment. I was able to do a pretty good job when I did the one the other night. Just messed up trying to cheat on the raise. Speaking of which, I'm going to turn the light on in the oven to help with that, and I'm going to keep working this into a dough instead of into whatever it is now. Kind of hurting already, and kneading isn't probably going to be very fun, so I'm going to let this go, I think, and just work on this with my right hand. We'll be back. Well, it's 11:15 p.m. and still have bread in the oven. Timer still has 11.5 minutes to go. Gonna be up for a bit. Well, it's 22:58 or 10:58 p.m. for those not inclined to use 24-hour time. This just came out of the oven. I'm gonna go to bed. Just thought I'd put this to bed. Thanks for watching Perhaps Cooking. Feel free to share, give me a thumbs up, or subscribe.